This is our CDC update and COVID Roundup for February 23rd, 2024. Since last week, we're down about 6% in new hospital admissions due to COVID, and we're down about 11% in deaths due to COVID. Putting this into context, for new hospital admissions, we had 9 sharp weeks of increases, followed by 4 weeks of gradual decreases. Last week we had a small increase, and this week we have a decrease once more. For deaths due to COVID, we are on our 3rd week of decreases. And then, as an aside, I just want to put a reminder out there that hospitals will no longer be required to report COVID hospitalizations at the end of April. This was announced with the end of the public health emergency last May. So within a few months, we will be losing this information, which also means that this map will be sunsetting at the end of April. But as a reminder, anything that is orange is increasing levels of COVID hospitalizations. Anything that is yellow is holding stable. This could be stable at high levels or low levels. You have to look at prior maps to know. And anything that is green or teal is going to be decreasing levels of hospital admissions for COVID. So this is the map of the prior week, where in the center of the country we were having increases, where essentially in large parts that's fizzled out. But I am seeing an increase in the east, so that's something to be aware of. For our COVID imports as of February 5th, we were only importing JN1 variants and HV1 variants. However, within the US, JN1 and its many subvariants are dominating, where there are 10 major subvariants of JN1 that are above the 1% threshold, with approximately 31 detectable JN1 subvariants. So it appears now that JN1 is going to be our next major branch, and it would make an ample target for a new vaccine. Moving over into our New York wastewater data, I believe this is also an area where we have significantly lost information. I've documented 5 weeks in a row that these facilities have not been reporting, where they turned gray the week of January 26th. And how New York does it is they report data with anything within a 2-week period, which means no data has been sent out from those facilities since the week of the 12th of January. And because these stopped reporting at the essentially start of the new year, I think it is very likely that funding has been lost to 30 to 40 wastewater sites, and that those have been shut down in New York for COVID monitoring, as 7 weeks is a very long time with no data. But for what we do have, as a reminder, anything that is dark blue is low levels of COVID, anything that is light blue is moderate, and anything from yellow to bright red is high levels of COVID in the wastewater. From the currently reporting wastewater facilities, 86% are at high levels. This is down from the approximately 92% from last week, which is certainly a positive sign. However, it's obviously not the full picture, because these ones that are gray now and have been perpetually gray for a while now have been historically quite high. Moving on to our 58 reporting counties from wastewater scan, it appears that things are finally starting to taper down. And when we look to all of the wastewater facilities reporting to wastewater scan, it currently appears like this is trending downwards, while there are some that are still spiking in Maine. It makes me believe that by the end of next week, we're going to start seeing clear signals of a downward trend, which should signal that we're past the hump and that we're going to be heading downwards towards the end of our winter wave, which would then historically begin going back up again middle of May, early June.